Hello and welcome. So it's new kayak day. I had a birthday and my wife treated me to this, which is the H20 Flo, and it's a 9-foot sit on top kayak. They're not the most expensive, they're a budget model, and I've not been out on it yet. I had no way of transporting it on my car other than buying roof bars and then a kayak brace thing, and that would total about £500, which is twice the price of the kayak. So after a bit of searching, I found a £25 solution, which are these kind of kayak and sup paddy things that sit on top of your car, and you sort of ratchet strap it all together. And it was a little noisy, but it worked, and the kayak didn't fall off. So step one is good. A quick addendum to that statement. I said the boat on the roof was noisy with the transport system I've got on there. And on the way there, it sounded like a massive bumblebee on the roof. But I think that's the straps that come with it. I think I had them just slightly too loose because it's not made a sound on the way home. So yeah, just get them nice and tight and they're fine. Anyway, carry on. I'll show you them in more detail another time. So today's video, it's not really a review. It's going to be some first impressions. Like I said, this is its maiden voyage. I've never set foot on it on the water. I've sat in it in my garage and that's it. So yeah, we'll have a quick look at it and then I'm going to get out on the water and we'll see, you know, how it tracks in the water, how steady it is, how wet I get, all that sort of thing. So yeah, let's have a look. And like I say, H20 Flo is what it's called. I think they're around about £250, something like that. So it's an affordable solid top kayak. It's 9 feet long. It's a solid material. I can't remember what it's made of, some kind of plastic. But you have a flip up seat and you've got these indents here where your feet go, depending how tall you are. You've got a little waterproof storage area, which I'm led to believe is not always waterproof. So my bits in there are in a dry bag. There's a little sponge in there. I'll have a look at the end and see how wet it is in there, if I get wet, but I don't think the seals are great. You've got a bit of storage at the back here. Got my dry bag under there. That's a 20 litre, I think, dry bag. It's not full, but you know, plenty of room. Should be able to get a backpack under there. And then a bit of bungee storage at the front. That's handy. You've got a carry handle for dragging it around, and on the back under there is a wheel for, you know, dragging it around. Not so stable on grass and stuff, as I just found out, but yeah, it'll be all right on sort of paved surfaces. You've also got the carry handles either side for sort of flipping it up onto the car and stuff. Weight limit is 220 pounds, 100 kilos. That's all right for me and some stuff, I'd imagine. Kayak comes with a paddle that sort of snaps in half, so you can get that in the car easy enough. I'm just at my local Basingstoke Canal, where I've been lots of times before, so just going to take a paddle up the river, see how she floats, and might stop and make a coffee or something. But yeah, I can't put it off anymore. I've got to get in. Okay. We're in. Alright, first off the bat, it doesn't feel as stable as the inflatable, because the inflatable has big wide sides, so it's a lot less tippy. This feels, oh, actually, whoa, it does tip, but it kind of, when it gets to this edge bit, it kind of resists a little bit. But let's commit and see how we go. Wow, holy crap! That's it's a lot easier to paddle than a inflatable kayak for sure. don't have to put a lot of effort in to get some speed. It does feel like it could tip over, which is, you know, not something I'm used to, but it's effortless paddling. And when you have the inflatables, I think it's just more resistance in the water, whereas this, you know, barely got to make any effort in order to create some movement. Wow, I like it. Yeah, definitely feels a little wobblier than normal kayaks. Just have a little, I say normal kayaks, inflatable kayaks. Just while I'm in this little wide area, just gonna see what kind of manoeuvring we can do in case I fall out. I'm still quite close to the car. That's pretty good. Oh, check this out. There's a narrowboat coming through. I'm just going to get over out the way. So I'm not the tallest person at 5'8", but my feet are sitting on the last rung, although you have got that, which I can't quite reach. So a 6-footer, I guess your feet are at the end there. These narrowboats are pretty cool, aren't they? Little houses on the water. Oh, yeah. Very cool. I guess we're following them for a bit. Very nice, very nice. I think canals are the good place to start with a boat like this, because there's no real current. There's no sort of choppiness on the water. I think if I'd have been on a river or the sea, I'd have been way more nervous. But it's a nice sunny day, and I've got all afternoon to have a bit of a paddle. Yeah, this what is it? H20 something Flo. That's it. It's does each paddle you do, it does kind of make the front kind of move around a bit. But that being said, you know, it does feel very manoeuvrable. You know, there's something in the way, or yeah, well, I've got to get around the corner. I don't see it being a problem. I'll just see if we can just go straight. So if you look, each time I paddle, that front end does move. It's not massive though. Let's see if we can get put a bit of effort into it. That's not bad at all. I like it. I just saw 3 electric unicycles go by, which was quite surreal. Never seen them before. They were very big fat tyres on them, like off-road tyres. Interesting. So yeah, first impressions on this kayak so far. And we've only been paddling for, I don't know, 40 minutes, 45 minutes. And, yeah, it's nice and easy to drive, as it were. Manoeuvrable. Doesn't stick to a perfect straight line by any stretch, but it's quite fun to paddle around in. The seat's quite comfy. It's quite upright on your back, but it feels solid. And that feels okay. I imagine after a time, maybe you might get a bit of a sore back, but I think you can swap these seats for a cushioned one if you so choose. Yes. Overall impressions are pretty good. Pretty good. I'm having a nice day. It's been a very trying week this week. Those of you that know me, I've changed jobs. And, first week at my new job was taxing, to say the least, mentally, physically. I've been doing long days. I've been going in early. I've been leaving late. And, yeah, Friday night last night, and it all caught up with me. I was asleep by 10 o'clock. Yes, I thought what better way to unwind after a frankly shitty week. I'm going to spend some time on the water. Tell you what, this really is effortless paddling. Let's do a bit of dodgems. Oh yeah. Oh, cobwebs. I love the bridge's reflections on the water. Very cool. Yeah, I think I'm going to turn around here. Let's say this is Fleet Town, and it's quite a built-up area. I think this canal kind of goes right through the middle of town. I don't really fancy that today, so I'm going to turn around and take a leisurely paddle back the way I came. And yeah, there's a couple of places I could have stopped for coffee, so I might just find one of them now and then stop off and make myself a coffee. paddle for a while and maybe come back when I got a brew on. Just gonna have a bit of solitary time. Okay, more stiff now. Well, I stopped here a few years ago, maybe 2 years ago, on my inflatable. And I sat just there and had a cup of coffee. So I think I'm going to do the same. Get my gear out. I've got a couple of snacks as well. I'm hungry now. I only had a little bit of lunch. But yeah, I'm going to snack and make coffee. And then I've got 45 minutes, an hour back to the car. It's been a nice day. It's really easy paddling that thing. It's it cuts through the water, and yeah, it's no effort at all to have a bit of momentum. Trouble is, if you let go and stop paddling, you just start to drift one way or the other. It doesn't seem to track in a straight line, but yeah, it's all right. I'm pleased with it. Water's on for coffee. I've got one of these Commando cafe bars that Rob Wildcamper gave me a whole load of them because he thinks they taste like crap. So let's try one. They smell alright, smell like coffee. They're just sort of protein bars, meant to be energy. They do taste like kind of milky coffee. Don't know what you're on about, Rob. I think they're nice. They leave a greasy film on the roof of your mouth, but they're pretty tasty. I think they're kind of a survival food, you know, a meal replacement, but they just taste like a sweet thing. Yeah, that's good. That's a BCB stove. I think it's a Tom Shoe titanium cup and the Java drip coffee filter. So gonna have a nice cup of filter coffee. Cheer me up a bit, miserable git. Oh, that's nice. Oh, a bit of peace. Just had a family stop here with a couple of little kids in a kayak. Oh, and the little girl was obsessed with a whistle. She was just blowing it non-stop. So that was nice. But they moved on. Yeah, I haven't got really very much to say today. It's other than trying out the kayak, there's not much going on. I don't really feel like chatting too much, so I'm just going to sit here and drink my coffee quietly, try and heal my fractured head. Then I'm going to go home, edit this video, and have a bath, I think, and just sort of curl up. A few things I've noticed about that kayak: you get wetter than you do in the inflatable. The bottom parts of my legs are wet where you're paddling. The sort of the dripping is more prominent than on my inflatable. I think because my inflatable, it's that much further away. A lot of the water bounces off the edges. There's a little bit of water in where the foot bit was from that, and then where my bag was in the back, there's a bit of water. So, and the front as well, actually. So when you store stuff in these types of kayaks, dry bags is the thing to have. But yeah, overall I'm really pleased with it. It's a lot of fun to paddle about in, and yeah, I think next time I'm going to put a bit more weight in there and see how it is, because it does sit quite low in the water. I think you've got any kind of current or any kind of waves or anything, you're going to be getting wet. So yeah, I think if I'm taking it anywhere kind of, I don't know, not dangerous, but you know what I mean, anywhere sort of adventurous, then I think having a change of clothes in the dry bag is sensible, or wearing waterproofs or wetsuit, you know, little neoprene shoes rather than trainers. But I'll go back to, you know, it's such an easy thing to paddle. It chugs along nicely. So yeah, overall I'm very, very happy. But yes, I'm going to drink my coffee now, and then I'm going to paddle home or back to the car, and yeah, I think that'll be it. I might do a separate video on the transporting of it, because I think some people might be interested in looking for that sort of thing. So I'll do that as its own thing. Today was just trying bits out, seeing how it handled, and yeah, you did it beautifully, Tubbs. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.